With 4 games left in the regular season, the Arizona Cardinals and this front office are trying to continue to add pieces to this roster. We're also going to dive into who's trending in the right direction to make their start here in Week 15 for the Cardinals versus the 49ers. Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. Definitely don't be one of these guys that love to hover around the channel. Just subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. All right, everybody, let's dive right into it. Let's first talk about the injury report, and then we're going to be talking about the latest acquisition here for the Arizona Cardinals that we ended up adding to our 53-man roster. So let's first start talking about who's going to be available here for the Cardinals heading into Week 15 versus the 49ers. Now, Marquise Hollywood-Brown has been a name that we've been talking about for, it almost kind of feels like every single week. He's always been on the injury report, and then boom, he kind of shows up here in game day. So it's really odd, and this week is no difference, right? Where this Wednesday he did not practice, and then on Thursday he was on a limited practice basis, and then today he was seen in the open portion of practice. So it almost kind of feels like the trend is going to continue here with Marquise Hollywood-Brown, where we're most likely probably going to see him, but we're not 100% sure as of right now, but fingers crossed, right? And now another big name out there that we haven't seen in quite some time is Michael Wilson. Now, he hasn't had a solid group of games with Kyler Murray. Now, he has been injured 3 of the 4 games. Now, we're all hoping that he's trending in the right direction because we need that big body threat here for Kyler Murray to throw the ball deep to on the outside, right? So, hopefully he's trending in the right direction. As of right now, he is seen to be a limited practice for both Wednesday and Thursday, and I also believe here he was also seen in the open portion here for Friday's practice as well. So fingers crossed if we're going to see Michael Wilson as well as Marquise Hollywood-Brown, because let's be honest here, we're going to need everybody to be at least competitive against the San Francisco 49ers. And we also did get word here that Kyler Murray will be a go here come Week 15 versus the San Francisco 49ers. He was listed with a thumb injury in their injury report for Wednesday and Thursday, but Jonathan Gannon has come out and said he will be playing. So no concern there, but let's talk about the latest acquisition here for the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals ended up adding somebody from the Seahawks practice squad. Now, I get it. A lot of people are going to be looking at this and be like, well, why are we even talking about this, right? Well, because honestly, I think the Arizona Cardinals roster right now is such in a weird state where anybody that comes in, I think they actually have a fair chance and a fair opportunity to maybe getting a starting role, right? Just really kind of obviously depending on their character and what they do on the field. It almost kind of feels like Monty Ossenfort is really looking for a specific type of player, and maybe, hey, maybe this guy might be the guy, right? Now, the guy that we ended up getting off the practice squad from the Seattle Seahawks was Tyreke Smith. Now, he was drafted in the 2022 season to the Seahawks in the 5th round, and I get it, right? 5th rounder, but you know, at this point, let's give this guy an opportunity. Right now, he does play linebacker. It almost kind of seems like he is an outside linebacker more than anything, so he really hasn't got a fair opportunity with the Seahawks, and I'm hoping that this might be the diamond in the rough for the Arizona Cardinals. Maybe we plucked a gem from a different roster. We'll have to kind of wait and see how this all shakes out, but as of right now, this man is still pretty young. He's 23 years old. Like I said earlier, was picked up in the 5th round. He was actually 158th overall in the 2022 draft, 6'3", 256 pounds, and I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited because here's the truth of the scenario that we're living in right now. Our outside linebacking core right now is very up in the air right now. When you're looking at who is our main outside linebackers, if you're looking at the snap count, it's probably going to be Zaven Collins, and obviously BJ Ojulari has obviously taken a uptick in his playing time for the Cardinals. Now, obviously, BJ Ojulari didn't start off with this amount of playing time because he was hurt, right? In the grand scheme of things, but now we're starting to kind of see BJ Ojulari getting a lot more playing time, which is absolutely huge. But people after, you know, Zaven Collins and BJ Ojulari, we're talking about Dennis Gardeck, Victor Demikheji, and then obviously Cam Thomas as well. Now, they have obviously decreased the amount of plays that they've been on the field, but it is kind of pretty consistent in terms of those 3 players are consistently around the 30% amount of times being out on the field. We don't have that solidified guy on the opposite side of BJ Ojulari, because I honestly do think that the Cardinals are going to be rolling with BJ Ojulari next year. I don't know what's going to happen with Zaven. I truly don't know. He is still under contract with the Arizona Cardinals. Are they going to keep him on the outside linebacker? Are they going to move him into the middle? We don't 100% know, right? As of right now, TBD, but we haven't really heard anything explosive from Zaven Collins, and it almost kind of feels like quite some time, right? In the same Same thing with Dennis Cardick. Same thing with Victor Demicheji as well. So we're all kind of really hoping that we're going to be able to get that spark, that guy that's going to be able to attack, right? Attack the opposing quarterback. So we're all hoping that Tyreke Smith will be possibly one of those guys that's going to be able to do that, and maybe a focal point heading into the 2024 season. We'll have to kind of wait and see, but the plans for the Arizona Cardinals is to ramp him up and start him automatically right now. Obviously, in this game versus the 49ers, we most likely will not see him because we just signed him this Friday, but maybe as soon as, against the Chicago Bears, or maybe as soon as the following week. So the Cardinals' intention is to play him, and I think this is a big, I guess, a red flag, right, for the coaching staff, that they're still trying to look for the opposing outside linebacker. Maybe Zaven Collins just ain't cutting it anymore, but as of right now, those two are going to be the guys. Zaven Collins and BJ Ojulari is going to be the guys that are going to be having the majority of the snap counts, and then everybody else is kind of coming in here and being kind of a swing type of guys. So now, because he didn't have a lot of playing time with the Seattle Seahawks, let's go ahead and dive real quick into his 2021 stats. Now, he does come out of Ohio State, which I'm a big fan of Ohio State in terms of the prospects that are coming out of that college. His stats for 2021 seems like he has a total of 26 total tackles just in general, and that's including solo and assist. A total of 3 sacks for the year, and then 5 tackles for loss. So obviously something that doesn't kind of scream out to you, right? But like I said a little earlier, this guy's young. He's still 23 years old. So maybe if we can get Jonathan Gannon to put him under his, his wing, and maybe he can elevate to be the guy that we need him to be, right? And like I said a little earlier, we are kind of in a really weird spot within our roster that honestly, whoever comes off anybody's practice squad, there's a fair opportunity as long as our coaching staff really likes him. So we'll have to kind of wait and see how it all shakes out, but he is the latest addition to the Arizona Cardinals. Welcome Tyreke Smith to the Bird Gang. Hopefully you do very well. All right, everybody, let me know how you guys are feeling about this signing. Tell me here in the comments below. I appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cards.